Alita.
So the 7.5 inches was far down as 20 inches.
Would that be
But there was multiple.
or what? I've before for a very long time, and so I'm just kind of is going to mitigate the situation because if and
So the reason why the moisture content is the soil, the actual soil ended up being layers, and unfortunately, where we stabilized the subgrade, very challenging.
this is going to last
Yes,
based on what you
20+ year minimum standard that we need.
so that would be the entire length of the road. Explanation. We did receive the and this is what I've heard. So that's where I'm going. And of course, this was something in the agreement. There was designated land there for services. And then there's also a phase 2. That's phase a bit left over from the $5 million over in.
It just kind of, they give you the determine what
to start, the process. There would be additional fine of accepting these funds. It was like 9 million or something. That there's still a fine of this. And once we have the design, and we, whether it be existing city funds, it could be anything. It could be like we use the iBanance facility.
Well, I knew that from the beginning. I
Right.
was just and would there be a significant amount of the $5 million left over?
Million that we originally got, just based upon the process of getting financing. Situation there will be prior to any type of those inflation is starting to look in the right direction. Anyway, I'm positive that we'll be able to.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you, Mr.
Accept a motion for the consent. Mr. Begonia. All right, consent agenda has passed. Advisement of public notices, and there are two.
The first item is for a conditional use permit. Conditional use permit is to allow a welding shop project, as this particular business is relocated. Great for economic development. And then acres for the chateau at the Saints here in the council chambers. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. First, thank you throughout the years. Big thank you to the administrative team, because we're very good.
And now we'll go to from the MCAG. I'll check with Ms. Lewis, see if there's anything from the.
Couple of things. The San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution can just pass Thursday, and from federal, which was, some topics of discussion were updates required to go through CEQA, but and clean out the underbrush in our forests that we maintain for historic of people in low-income area, money for the purchase of the pollution may be up in the air when we had the fires done on a first come, first served basis. So anyone who's interested in applying for you can certainly apply for that. The zero emissions trucks, I won't get into that because to January 1st be able to get licensed for those trucks, and that which is a lower emission truck, but it has a heavier weight as well. Just kind of the mid workers who go to the fields and and their complaint is the trucks, which are more expensive. Sport 2 packing companies who probably are going to be out of business. Next was, and so for air, is these concentrate the air, but with the fireworks, the website, and I'll just turn this around. I know 0.5s were extremely high in the valley. It's just that all the monitoring machines, looking for a monitoring machine on the 5 corridor, which was in the Bay Area, and it affects people who have asthma, being deeply affected by it. Is that $1,000 put in for the upcoming year, and what the board is proposing, because there will be a 75% year. And the idea, some examples of laser light shows at the planning for the board, and not pyrotechnics flying into the air. You can design practically anything that find out what you can do. You can have 75% of the cost. That's my report for the Air Board this evening, and we'll consider that because it would be less cost to them. As I said, this is the beginning of reduced air pollution.
Recognition tonight. Chief, many of you there.
Mr. Jones,
No report tonight, Mayor Pro Tem.
thank you.
To thank the Chamber of Commerce for moving the Christmas tree, which is pretty dead for the most part. We had more entries and, perhaps, and, in my opinion, there were. And, again, nothing to, I'll call you chief all the time. So, service, that's really important. What's the other one here? Find my notes. Policy and the, the, update for the home key for a vote for city council to put it on the agenda.
All right, thank you, Ms. Lewis. I also want to thank the staff tonight. I'm sure everybody that showed up tonight really appreciate the hard work. Great jobs. They have worked hard this year throughout the. Every one of them were over 25 to 20. And it also gives opportunities now position that they can move up into, and allows us to hire newer officers. About the utility software. So, and he knew that it was going to be once the new police. From what I hear, things are going to get the staff that put the spoke also. We appreciate it. I also want to let everyone, and at this time, I would